Hand time. Rework. Incoming. Dare I say, guaranteed. All right. Pick something up. I think the hand rework's incoming. I don't think it. I feel like I pretty much know it. But hey, you know, you gotta leave that little sliver of, you never know. So I'm gonna talk about how I know that. It's not super secret or anything, but I'll share it just to make you feel a little bit more comfortable. Talk about actually, I've been talking what kind of hand rework I think would be really sweet and how it would make these guys a little bit more, I don't know, ninja-like. And then, I don't know, just speculate on what we think could be coming and show you what it is. So, and always, guess what? 50 bucks. Link below. Click it. Go. Like that video. Make comment. Disney or Sony. Get 50 bucks if you win. I need to get to 500 likes and we're going to be done with it. So, anyway, let's get to it. It's time. WolverThor. All right, so let's take a look at the hand, see what kind of reworks we think could happen, and then we're gonna show you exactly why we know this is gonna happen. So first, let's go to hand Sentry. For me, I could see him pretty much staying the same. I can't imagine there's a whole lot of changes here. I mean, he basically attacks and then does the smoke bomb. You know, there's some additional block chance here. He's a pretty good character as is. I don't have a lot of guesses or even desires to have him reworked. Maybe gain deflect a little earlier and then T4s or additional deflects. Besides that, he's a pretty good character. I'm not really touching him much. Hand Assassin. This is at the crux of why I think there's going to be a rework here. So I'll just say this, is we're going to come back to her. Elektra, so I like her ult. I think that it's pretty solid. It hits pretty hard. Her damage maybe could use an increase, you know, but she's really all about her ult. Her special, it's a nice clear. I think maybe you get a guaranteed clear effect, or maybe 3 clears with the T4. You know, the 2s are guaranteed at 5, and also a damage increase. She needs to hit harder. She needs to be faster. And I can say that across the board for these guys. They all need to be faster. They need to be stealthier. They need to be dodgier. They're ninjas. Okay, so globally, as far as this team goes, let's make them a team of ninjas. Speed, dodge, stealth, etc. Hits hard, or hits often. So, you know, assists, deception, you know, all those types of things. So with this specific ability, I could see it being a little bit more clears. Her primary, I think, again, and actually now, you know, it reminds me, bleeds. They're all using swords and, like, you know, something that's pointy that would make someone bleed. Almost every one of these guys should make a bleed on their attack. And their basics. If they've got a weapon, a sword, a sai, I want to see a bleed on it. I mean, it needs to happen. Let's see. And her passive, I'm torn. I'm gonna group her a little bit with Nobu a little bit here, but I want to see with her passive, you know, some additional evades to hand teams, additional stealths to hand teams. So whether they do it with her or with Nobu, I want to see that percentage increase, where it's like maybe, you know, on spawn with her there's a likely chance to gain multiple, you know, stealths or multiple evades. And then each turn she has a chance to, you know, put an evade on someone. And maybe it's something where it's like each member of the hand's turn has a 20% chance to gain an evade if Elektra is on the team. I mean, that'd be so annoying, but if you really think about it, it's like, that's what a ninja should be. A ninja should be hard to kill, should be hard to hit. And maybe their damage isn't the highest in the world, but they're just really hard to hit. So I'm gonna go with Elektra's passive, you know, putting evades at spawn, and a chance to put evades on a person's turn, and maybe it's like 5% chance to gain a stack of evade for every member of the hand. So that's what I'm going with her. The rest of these, yeah, so I think that's pretty good for her. So next up, Nobu. So I'm going to go right to his passive because it's very similar to what I was talking about with Elektra. For Nobu, let's have Elektra doing the, you know, the evades With Nobu, I want his passive to be totally changed, where it's just like, you know, yes, revive, but a higher chance of revive. But let's put stealth on them, like a guaranteed or a, you know, maybe a chance to stealth, similar to what I was talking about with Elektra. I want these guys hiding. I want them dodging, and it makes too much sense. And obviously the things you can't leave out with Nobu is the revive. So I'd boost the chance to revive with him there. You know, maybe not boost it, you know, a high percentage of health necessarily, but the chance. This ultimate is complete and utter garbage. Change it completely. I don't even want to see this thing. Do something dope. You know, maybe an offense up to all, you know, hand allies or something along those lines. Don't start with 1 energy. This is just so bad right now. His special, I like it. It's still pretty good. I don't think I really changed this that much. Maybe on T4 it's a guaranteed 3 ninjas. On level 5 or level 6 it's 2 to 3. But this, I think his special's pretty good. And then again, his basic hits hard. So like I mentioned before, I just want to see some bleeds with anything with a sword on it. Hand Archer, I actually like Hand Archer's kit. I don't think I'm touching this one really at all. You know, maybe some, you know, difference with the passive. The accuracy is kind of like, okay. So maybe you throw some additional damage with the Archer on there. Next up is the Sorceress. With her, I could see a slight rework based on what we're going to talk about with the Assassin. But her kit's not that bad. I like the drain. Maybe she gives, you know, everybody else a chance to drain because she's a sorceress and she can put things on the other people and, you know, put spells on them. The defense up, I think, is kind of critical. I like that aspect of it. Her passive, you know, she's really just talking about stealth for herself. So I'd change this if you're going to go into the stealth slash dodge that I'm talking about with Elektra and Nobu. Maybe, you know, that's where the idea of her being a sorceress and putting effects on either her team or the other team. Maybe I put that into a passive similar to Scarlet Witch, where she's got a chance for every hand person's turn to put a negative effect on the enemy team or a positive effect on her team. So it's, you know, random. And she's a sorceress. So it's like, who knows where it's going? Who knows what's going to be? It could be a bunch of different stuff. Her basic, there's not really much to, I think, guess about there. Blademaster, he's just going to be about bleeds. Damage and bleeds. Damage and bleeds. I think he's going to be the big hitter of the group. He should stay that way. You know, his passive, it's just all about damage. I think it should stay like that. Maybe a better chance to bonus attack. But again, I want him hitting hard. I want him bleeding. So before we get to Hand Assassin, let's tell you why we know this rework's coming. Okay, so what's this video behind me? I'm on YouTube. You can see strike time number 1. Mr. Cerebro put out a video the other day that was talking about Ghost Rider. But if you played really close attention, there's a nice little Easter egg in this. So let's just go through it first. I'm not going to say anything, okay? Let's just check it out. Here's our hand team. Probably pretty obvious, but let's just go through that, and this time I will stop it. See what character that is? That is a Hand Assassin. Do we know what she's doing? What is that? What is that? It looks like a heal. Looks like some tornado thing happening. All I know is I see green, and I know that she doesn't have that ability right now. So a rework's coming. 100%. So anyway, it was just a little Easter egg they dropped in there. Not sure if everyone saw it. I wanted to share it. So let's just finish off with Hand Assassin as far as that rework, and then we'll close this thing up. So obviously she's got to have a heal, right? You know, and I don't know what's up with the black tornado. You know, like I said, I want to see the stealth and the dodges and all that stuff coming from someone else. But, you know, maybe her passive does something. I mean, I think her complete kit would change here because, you know, she's clearly not throwing a star. Maybe it's her basic that they changed to not attack. But there's clearly some sort of heal there. You know, and again, this is all about damage in her passive currently. So I think it's going to be a heal. I like her. I really like the Ninja Star. You know, maybe they give that to somebody else. But I like that dynamic in the game, and the heal block and the ninjas. Somebody's got to have a throwing star in this thing. It just would make zero sense if nobody did. So please keep that one. I really want to see it. But that's what I think. It's some sort of heal, and then I guess maybe an attack. I'm hoping she keeps the Ninja Star, and then the passive will be what it's going to be. So anyway, I'm pretty stoked about this because we've got some a lot of reworks happening. So I'm going to say this is probably going to be the next one based on what's in the video and just that little Easter eggs. So let's just put a conclusion on this thing and see what the final thoughts are. So there it is. Again, Easter egg dropped in the Marvel Strike Force video for the community outreach, episode number 1. I really like how they did that. You know, there's another little kind of Easter eggy thing going on with some video or some images and Miss Pandapool and all that kind of stuff. So Foxnex is really trying to get into that, concept of Marvel hype where it's kind of like, what is this? Figure it out. Can the community figure it out? There's a bunch of secrets. Can we decode this? That can be fun. So I definitely encourage people to check it out. There's a Reddit post out there for the Miss Pandapool efforts. It seems to be really about, some folks coming into the game that, chatting with each other in some sort of forum. Is it just about those new characters coming in the game? Is there something deeper to it? Who knows? But anyway, for now, this Easter egg is all about the hand. So hope you enjoyed the video. Are you going to rework your hand? I think I'm going to rework my hand a little bit, or focus on my hand. I'm not going to rework them. I'm going to focus on them and build them up a little bit if I have the resources. But that's for another Oprah. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. As always, appreciate everything you guys do. Hammer down on the likes. We don't do that clicking stuff around here. So share with your friends and click that link for the $50 video. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks.